When shadows fall, the ache of betrayal. The world can turn cold, suddenly, without warning. Smiles become sneers, kind words now twist. You stand alone, the ground feels shaky. It is a lonely place, a place of deep hurt. Whispers follow you, lies spread like fire. Those you trusted point fingers, their silence is heavy, it suffocates, it isolates. You search for answers, but find only echoes. This pain is real. This is not just history. It is today's raw ache. It is in your own heart. The office betrayal, the family feud. Evil tries to steal peace, it tries to dim light. We all know this battle, it feels like a storm. Dark clouds gather quickly, winds of adversity howl, raindrops of sorrow fall hard. You stumble in darkness, looking for a hand, a guiding light. Where is help found? In these moments, God gives a voice, He gives a prayer. It is Psalm 35. Not a polite request, a raw, honest cry, a battle cry from pain, a plea for divine help, from a soul stretched thin. King David knew this pain. He faced his Goliath, but also invisible giants, the giants of deceit, of false friendship. His words in this psalm echo, they resonate with our hurt. He knew where to turn. Psalm 35 is a weapon, a shield for your soul. For times when words fail, when you can only point and whisper, God, see this? It gives us permission to be completely honest. No need to pretend. Picture David, his heart aching, his spirit troubled, yet he picked up his pen. He poured out his fear, his anger, his need. He brought it all to God, unfiltered, unashamed. This psalm is open. David does not hold back. He pours out his heart with raw honesty, unafraid to show his deepest emotions. He calls out to God with fervor and desperation. Contend, Lord, with those who contend with me. He is bold in prayer, unyielding in his faith. Fight against those who fight against me. Psalm 35 verse 1. He asks God to be his champion, his divine protector, to stand up for him, to enter his battle and fight on his behalf. He describes his hidden enemies, those who plot in the shadows. For without cause they hid their net. They set their traps waiting to ensnare him. Without cause they dug a pit. Psalm 35 verse 7. Their attacks were senseless, cruel, unprovoked. He felt their sharp malice, their relentless cruelty. It was a heavy burden, a weight that pressed down on his soul. Think of your unfair moments, those times when injustice reigned. The lie that quickly spread, tarnishing your name. The trust that was broken, leaving you feeling betrayed. The credit that was stolen. David's words give voice to these injustices, to that deep, inner cry for justice and vindication. For God's righteousness to shine through the darkness. For wrongs to be righted, for justice to prevail. How long, Lord, will you look? Psalm 35 verse 17. His question hangs there, echoing in the silence. A plea for God to see, and then to act, to intervene. Rescue me from their ravages, he cries out. He feels like he is facing lions, fierce and unrelenting. He needs God's saving hand. He needs it now more than ever. Section 4. Hope's horizon, from pain to powerful faith. Then a shift occurs, a gentle, hopeful turning. Like the first light of dawn, a new beginning emerges. The pain is still present, lingering like a shadow. The hurt is still real, a constant companion. But a new sound emerges, a whisper of hope, the sound of rising hope. God is listening. He is near, closer than ever before. David sees beyond the battle, beyond the immediate struggle. He sees God's mighty hand, reaching out to save. Let them be ashamed who seek life. Psalm 35 verse 4. Those who plot against him, he prays their plans fail, that their schemes come to nothing. He starts to trust God's power, more than his own strength. He envisions God's coming victory. His view changes slowly. This is faith rising, a gradual transformation. This is not an instant fix, but a journey. No magic wand waves sorrow away. It is about deeper knowing, a profound understanding. A settled peace in the storm, a calm amidst chaos. God sees all your tears, every single one. God knows all your struggle, the weight you carry. He will act, in his time, in his perfect way. Trust in his timing. Then my soul will rejoice. Psalm 35 verse 9. Notice the significant change, the shift in perspective, and delight in his salvation. His focus clearly shifts, from despair to hope. From the enemy's dark power, the looming threat, to God's much greater power. From present pain, to promised deliverance. His heart sings, filled with newfound joy. Section 5. God our Vindicator, living in his unfailing light. This section delves into the profound comfort and assurance we find in God's unwavering presence. Psalm 35 is David's song, a song of plea and trust, a cry for divine intervention. But it is our song too. It resonates through the ages, touching hearts and souls. It's a timeless, deep comfort, a balm for the weary and the brokenhearted. A reminder, we are not alone. Even in our darkest moments, His light guides us. When betrayal stings like a whip, when trust is shattered and hearts are broken, when injustice screams so loud, God is there. He hears each cry, He sees every tear, the path from hurt to healing. It is rarely straight or quick. It is a journey of faith and endurance. It often winds through valleys of doubt, valleys of despair, but it leads to stronger faith, a faith that is refined and unshakable. God does not promise life without storms that test our resolve and our trust, but He promises His shelter, a refuge in the midst of chaos. His presence is our peace, our ultimate protection, a constant in an ever-changing world. The psalm ends with praise, a triumphant, loud declaration, a victory song. My tongue will proclaim your righteousness, your justice and mercy, and your praises all day long. Psalm 35 verse 28. From dawn till dusk, this is where the journey leads, to a place of peace and gratitude, to a heart full of gratitude, overflowing with thankfulness, a spirit that always praises, even after the fight, even in the aftermath of struggle. So, hold on to this psalm. Read its precious words, let them be your guide, let them sink down deep into the depths of your soul. Pray them from your own heart, make them your own. When evil arrows start to fly, remember your strong shield, your divine protector. When darkness tries to win, remember your bright light. God's justice will come, His light will pierce through, His love will not fail. Share this hope, live in His victory, embrace His unfailing light.